Welcome to 242, a daily podcast inspired by Acts chapter 2, verse 42. It reads, "They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to breaking of bread and to prayer." This is a space where we return to devotion, fellowship, shared life, and prayer. Each day, we reflect on one scripture that calls us back to unity with God and with one another. Wherever you're listening from, you are not alone. Let's begin today's reading. Today's verse is from the book of Nehemiah, chapter 2, verse 18. And it reads, "I also told them about the gracious hand of God on me and what the king had said to me. They replied, 'Let us start rebuilding.' So they began this good work." I think this was where the whole idea of rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem started from. And this is Nehemiah speaking. And he still made reference to the Sanballat, Tobiah, and the others who were mocking him and the people who wanted to walk on the wall. He was sharing with them how he's convinced that, the hands of God are on him as Nehemiah. And he was encouraging, the men of Jerusalem, like, let's do this, let's build this wall together. And they were inspired as well. And, like, okay, let's start rebuilding. And then they started the good work. As I think about this, the story or the picture that comes to mind is actually this podcast when I received that divine instruction on the 25th of December, 2025. For me, my own Sanballat and Tobiah were my inner voice that was like, I don't understand, like, why, like, does it even make sense? Like, are you even sure this is God speaking to you? Because why? And I had to ask back, like, I don't understand, like, this is not anything on my mind in the first place. Like, guys, I have a podcast that I haven't published any episode on for over 6 months. And I'm still thinking of how I am going to revive that, right? So starting a new podcast is not even on my list at all. Right? That was the first counter question I had to ask the voice in my head to, like, say, no. So it was like those voices were trying to mock me. Like, are you sure? Like, when did you start hearing God? Right. But I just knew that, okay, when I kind of got the idea, like, 365 days, I'm like, wait, what? Like, do you know what 365 days is? Can I even survive this? Can I even make it? Will I be able to pull through? Like, this is beyond, like, no, this is, I've not done anything. I have done challenges. I've done 30 days challenges, 21 days challenges, 14 days, but 365? Come on, that's a lot. That's another sign for me to know that, okay, this couldn't just be my brain. This couldn't be my mind, talking about this. And I'm saying all of this to buttress what Nehemiah was saying in the first part of verse 18 of Nehemiah 2, which said, "I also told them about the gracious hand of my God on me and what the king had said to me." Now, I don't know the context with which what the king had said to him, but I am just focusing on that part where he says, "I told them about the gracious hand of God on me," And when he said that to them, they were like, okay, let's start. Let's rebuild this world. Let's rebuild this wall. And in the same vein, for me, it's like, you know what? Okay, Lord. I mean, I have the skill, the capacity, I have the tools to make this happen. It's scary. There's going to be three whole 65 days, but I'm going to work in absolute obedience, and I'm going to work in prompt obedience, not overthinking it, not trying to make a big plan out of it. Just obey and just do it. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm hoping that so far so good, that you've been blessed. If you've been listening from day one, or you stumbled on any of the days, or this is the first time you're listening to this, I suggest that you go listen to some of the other, episodes and see what God is speaking to your heart through the shares. And if you have something you also want to share back to me, then please, by all means, reach out to me. Let me hear from you. I'd really, really, really love to hear from you, right? So what's the message of unity here is to say that Nehemiah agrees and accepts that the hand of God is on him, or was on him, right? And based on that, he followed through with what he felt, God was laying in his heart to do. And this task, building the wall, was not something he alone could even do. So for him, it's even a bit, tougher from what I have to do. For me, for example, I just needed to take action. I didn't need any external body to go and canvas to, or to go and try to sell the vision to. I just needed to take action. But for him, he needed to sell the vision. He needed to sell the message. He needed to share the message with the people who were going to build the walls with him. And thank God that his message landed on the right heart, and they were like, you know what, let's do this, And remember, the verse we read yesterday said they did it with all their heart, and they did it together, right? So I'm guessing that the message from here today is, what is that thing that God is laying in your heart? And who are those people that are mocking you? Or what is that voice that is saying, is it really true? Did you really hear God? Is this really something you want to do? Are you really doing this because God said, or you're doing it because, all the different what if, or maybe did he really? I want you to just quiet those voices for once and truly listen and act if the nudge is strong in your heart, all right? And I believe that God is going to back up your action and your obedience. There's always a reward for your obedience. You might not know it from the beginning. You might not see where it is going, but just acting in obedience, that obedience in itself is already a plus on your side. And I pray that as you go along your day today, that you would listen in for what God is laying in your heart, and you would have the courage to take the steps and actually act on what you think He is instructing you to do. God bless you. Till tomorrow. Thank you for sharing this moment with me on 242. May this word shape how you live, love, and walk with others today. If this scripture encouraged you, share it with someone in your community. Until tomorrow, remain devoted, stay connected, and keep walking together.